welcome. For today's process video, I have this photo. It's of the first snow that occurred in the area that I live in, and it happened late. It happened in January, which is really odd because usually we have snow as early as October. I also have this really beautiful poem. It's by a poet named Edmund Spenser, and he's from the 15th or 16th century, and it was a really nice poem, and I really want to use it and include it on my layout. A lot of the ideas for this layout come from the message boards and a cherry on top, specifically 2 different challenges, and then that poem. So all of that together is what we're going to base our layout on today, and I'm going to use some unusual colors and some unusual patterns on this layout. Not your typical snowy, wintry layout, and we're going to do a lovely pop of pink in there. I think we're going to have pink snowflakes. So I hope you enjoy this layout and how it turns out. Thanks for watching. So first, I'm going to go ahead and each of these pattern papers that I really like and want to use, I'm going to cut them to 6 inches, and I'm going to take off the branding strip. And I keep all the branding strips from my Felicity Jane papers because they really are good for layering. So I'm going to cut each of these papers into different heights, different shapes. What I'm trying to do is create almost like a grid with all these different pattern papers. I know that I'm going to put that ombre pink at the top and at the bottom, and that's how and then in the middle, I'm just going to block them together and go ahead and ink everything, not in my typical vintage photo, but in hickory smoke, because I'm not seeing any brown in this layout. I don't see myself putting any brown in this layout, but I know I might do some grays, and I know that gray would go much better with the patterns and the things I've chosen to use for this layout. Now you're going to see a little bit of me being very particular. So I want these papers to be directly in the middle to make a column in the middle of my page, and I want them to all line up. So I'm really going to work hard here at trimming them and getting them all straight down the center column. And then I'm going to put a really tiny, very small, bright pink border around my photo just to make it pop a little bit. And I really do like how that little pink border does look around that page. The next thing I'm going to work on here is some journaling strips. So a large portion of this layout, one of the focal parts of it, isn't necessarily just the picture. It's also this poem I want to include and my little bit of titling and journaling. So I'm really taking my time with these word strips, and I don't show you all of it. I know I turned the camera off and kind of finished it up, but I really tried to make the handwriting really neat and a little bit decorative. And then I went ahead along the edges and edged all of those word strips with more hickory smoke distress ink. So here I am, and I have all my journaling strips ready to go. So I'm going to lay them out, and I'm going to put them in the top left and the bottom right side of this column, and I'm letting it overlap the edges of the column. By the end of this layout, you'll see, well, I wanted the column to be really straight. When I started to embellish and journal, I didn't mind if the strips were outside of the column. Now I'm messing with these letters that came in the kit. They're 7 paper, and they're beautiful puffy white letter stickers, but they really stuck to the packaging, so I think when I put them back away, I didn't use the packaging at all again. And now I'm going to go ahead and place my title, and you'll notice I decided to use that Celebrate, and I think at some point I pull it off and take it back, and because I'm really thinking about it this whole time, do I really want the Celebrate? Do I want, there was another word that said beautiful, but I decided on the Celebrate because earlier in December, we had like these really warm days, and I had pictures of us eating ice cream in December outside, which is crazy. So I did want that Celebrate there because we were all looking forward to our first snow because it waited so long to snow. where I live, which was, like I said, so unusual. And now I'm going through all of the embellishments. There's my bright pink sticker, my bright pink snowflakes I promised. And I'm going through all of the stickers and all of the die cuts and printables that come in my Felicity Jane kit, going through everything and deciding where I want to place things and how I want to place them. Definitely committing to that Celebrate Snow. And you'll notice also for the word snow, I put a bright pink snowflake there for the O and the word snow as well. And I'm going to apologize here for a second because I think my kids bumped my clamp or the holder I have for my recording device, because I didn't realize until this video was so all recorded how far down my layout was. So I definitely have to fix that and get up on my stool and figure out what's going on there next time. But you're not missing a lot of the layout. Like the layout ends right there at the bottom of the screen. So it was okay. But when I went back through and looked at this, I was like, it's really far down there. So I think my camera got moved. So now what I'm looking for is something green. So I have the heart at the top that's green, and I have the little piece behind that tab that is green, and now I'm adding a little piece of green paper at the bottom. I also used one of my Felicity Jane stamps to stamp the word love on that tab, and now I'm adding a flare and some messy string or messy thread from the kit, the flares from the kit, but not the string. And I'm going to add some sequins, and I thought about going with really dark sequins, but then I decided on the lighter silver ones. And now we're just going to finish off with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine. And can I just say, like, when I did that top one, the most beautiful splatters ended up outside of the page. Why does that always happen? I don't know, but it happens to me quite a bit. So I hope you've enjoyed this layout, and you'll come back and visit me soon. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and I'd love a thumbs up and a like, and we'll see you later. Bye.